shower already. Normally I would wait for the baby to get up and Josiah to get up, but I woke up early. Not on purpose, I just did. So I went ahead and got a shower because I've got to leave early and go pick up that breast pump before work today. Tired, weird night of sleep. Also, my hand. Like, I feel like every joint in my hand hurts. This morning when I woke up, it was like stuck, like I couldn't bend it. And my shoulder is killing me. That's probably from the painting and not from the crochet, but I may have to lay off today. I'm actually considering taking a Tylenol, which won't really do anything because it's inflammation, but it'll take the edge off maybe. My hand is not swollen. I mean, it is a little bit. This is my other hand. Like, don't think I could wear my actual wedding ring right now, but it's not more swollen than both my hands. So the one that hurts, the joints are not any bigger than the other one. I think it's just a side effect of pregnancy that I will get to deal with for another 8 weeks. So yeah, busy day today. The baby is probably about to wake up. She's sleeping, but she just rolled over violently a couple minutes ago, so it's a good sign that she's about to rise and possibly shine or possibly grumpus through the day. I'm on my way home. It's almost 2. Did the church thing. Actually got a couple minutes of knitting time in before church started, before everyone came in. That was interesting. That almost never happens. Church was good. I did have to go next door and get a coffee because I literally could have laid on the floor and gone to sleep. But it went well after I had a little sugar. It was decaf coffee, but I had a little sugar with it. And then we had brunch, and now I'm going home to relieve Josiah. It'll be almost 2 or 2 probably by the time I get there. And just, I don't know what we're doing for the rest of the day. After Nova goes to bed, then I have a meeting tonight. So, busy day. I'm tired. I'm almost done with my knitting sock. The sock knitting that's in my bag. I have like 1.5 stripes left for the toe. And then I'm not going to have any socks on the needles. Which means I don't have any projects small enough to take with me anywhere. That's kind of concerning. So I don't really know what to do about that. Hopefully the construction workers will just finish and then I can get to my yarn stash and pull some yarn out. I've got to have a pair of socks in my knitting bag because, well, how am I supposed to wait anywhere for any reason without a pair of socks to knit on? I'm on my way to my meeting. I don't know if I said this in the last video or not, but Nova did not nap, which means she had to go to bed at 6. So I actually got to move my meeting up to 6:30 instead of 7:30. And the place we are meeting, we changed also. Closes at 8. It's Starbucks. What kind of a Starbucks closes at 8 p.m.? I have no idea. But they do. That's the one that's halfway in between both of us. So they close at 8, which means I will be home at 8:30. I'm very excited about this. Nova, for the first time in over a week, despite no nap, made it to bedtime with no tears, no crying of any kind. She was happy. And I always ask her what her favorite part of the day was and if anything made her happy or sad. And I said, oh, what's your favorite part of the day today? And she said, no, don't ask me about what I'm doing. Hilarious. She's a very hilarious person. I put my phone down when I got home, and I wish I would have taken some video because her and Josiah washed the car, which was literally, it didn't need washed, I don't think, but it was just an activity for them to do together. And she learned how to use the sprayer on the hose, and she was getting him, and I wish I could just bottle the sound of her laughter. She was laughing so hard, she was like doubled over. It was delightful. And she went to bed. And then I put 2 rows on my Tunisian project for the floor poof for Nova, which is only 38 stitches wide. It's not a lot of stitches. So 2 rows of 38 stitches, and now I'm on my way over here. I'm going to figure out what I can drink at Starbucks at 6:30 at night. And then tomorrow's Monday already. Ah! I'm on my way home. It's 8:15. I'll be home at 8:30. Time for bed. It was a really good meeting. I love talking to people. This is like the best part of my job. It like energizes me. It makes me feel good. And there's many things that I'm not good at in life, but like just being with people, especially like one-on-one and like holding space, that it's like where my soul is at. This particular person I was meeting with seems to be having a lot of hormone problems. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I think. And it drives me nuts that doctors don't care about female hormones. Like, my hormone issues are on hold because I'm pregnant, but I'm quite sure they will return after the baby is born, and especially after I'm done nursing. Because after I was done nursing Nova, I was a basket case. I talked about it on the podcast at length. Like, I was PMSing like 75% of the month. The fatigue, the brain fog, the exhaustion, the intense emotions for no reason. Like, I would feel like just like death and despair. But then the cloud would lift and I'd be fine. And I had my hormones tested, and they said they were normal. But of course they were normal, because I'm not menopausal, because I'm 34. So that's normal. And their only thing they want to do for it is put you on birth control, which I don't want to be on anymore. And I didn't want to be on then because I was trying to get pregnant. Or give you a low dose of an antidepressant, which maybe would help the symptoms, but it doesn't fix the problem, which drives me nuts. It just bothers me that, like, oh, the best thing we can do for you is put you on an antidepressant even though you're not depressed. Your hormones are out of whack, because we don't know what to do about your hormones. Sorry. That drives me nuts. And this person's having some of the similar symptoms that I had, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. There's a book called Is This Normal?, which I was about to start diving into. And it's by a very well-respected, board-certified hormone doctor. And then I got pregnant. So my hormones are mostly fine at the moment. They're making me feel like I'm gonna barf. But for the most part, I'm pretty okay. Like, I don't have mood fluctuations. I'm not crying all the time. I don't feel depressed. I feel a little anxious, but that's like situational. It's not hormonal. But that's going to change when the baby comes out. So I'm going to get back into that book, because it's not fair what the medical community puts on women. They're like, and so many women I have talked to, and I have said this myself, it's like, I just feel like I'm crazy. You're not crazy. You are not crazy. For example, this is something I should have known. I had no idea, mind you, until recently. I was meeting with my doula, and I was like, yeah, like, I just cried so much after Nova was born, and I don't, like, what does placenta encapsulation do? What is it? And she was like, well, I mean, I assumed it was just like iron and minerals or whatever. She was like, okay, so let me explain this to you. When your placenta is done at the end of the first trimester, it takes over all production of progesterone in your body, and it fine-tunes it for the rest of your pregnancy. So for 6 months, your body's not making any progesterone. And then you give birth, and you give birth to the placenta. And the progesterone maker disappears out of your body. And your thyroid, / the rest of you that's making progesterone, does not get the memo right away. It takes like 6 weeks to kick that back into gear. Which is why so many women, after they are giving birth, have the baby blues, or they just cry like a lot every day. It's not out of sheer exhaustion, although it's part of it. It's because their progesterone levels have literally disappeared out of their body, and their body isn't making any. I was like, I'm sorry, this is important information. Why did I not know this? Because no one tells you. That's crazy to me. So I'm rambling, I'm ranting. I'm ranting and I'm rambling, but I will leave a link down below to the book, Is This Normal? I know many of y'all are past the age where you have periods, but I know many of y'all are not, and you may find this book really helpful. I follow the person who wrote it. Her name is Dr. Jolene Brighton on Instagram, and she's just a wealth of information. And just so validating to be like, yes, it's just because it's common, it doesn't mean it's normal. Like, it's common to feel crazy, it's common to have really bad cramps, it's common to have anxiety and weight fluctuations and all of this stuff, but that doesn't mean it's normal, that doesn't mean it's optimal for you, and it can be helped. So yes, I'm driving home. This is my nightly rant. I'm gonna go home. I don't know, I assume Josiah will still be awake because it's only 8:17 right now. We'll see. I'm gonna go to bed pretty early because it's gonna be a heck of a week.